hard-fought win for us. Second half, we played really, really well offensively in the second half, taking care of the basketball. Great job at the free throw line by everyone. And it's good to get this win. I mean, these games are all tough. You saw Pine Bluff played TCU to the buzzer. They played Oklahoma to the buzzer. So it was great to get this win and continue to stay undefeated on the season. I'll let you ask these guys questions and then go from there.
Sincere, what are the challenges of having one day to prepare for a game?
Really is like recovery and trying to like get some reps up without doing too much, not overdoing it for myself. But I feel like the coaches prepared as well. We watch film, and at the end of the day, it just comes down to us who's gonna play harder and who wants it more.
Would you say any of the defensive pressure, or really the offensive tempo from Arkansas tonight was maybe a surprise, or was that something you guys were prepared for?
We prepared for it. I mean, for myself, I know teams are going to try to deny me and double me off ball screens, so I'm fully prepared for that. And then my teammates, we were aware of them being able to do different things off of ball screens. So once we figured it out, we had counters to all of those, I guess you want to call it. But every day, it's like going at practice. We iron sharpen iron. That's how we go against each other at practice every day.
And then why is this team able to have so much success defensively?
I just think the guys that we have out there, I feel like we could switch everything, but the way we talk and we move and each guy helps each other out if one's to beat, it's just no quitting us. So it's a lot easier just to fly around and just to play off of mistakes.
And Giovanni, at the start of the second half, you guys were 5 of 7 from 3. Just what is it like when you see your teammates and then also you having success from behind the arc?
Obviously it's great for us because that's going to open the lane, for everybody, for Sincere, from the league, and for myself, whoever's trying to attack the basket. And so that is great for us. And teams are going to start pressuring more, so the court is going to be more open for us. So that just made the game easier when we start hitting shots.
And was there maybe an emphasis tonight on getting to the free throw line because it was a season high?
Not really. I mean, the coach did say, like, just be strong. Like, they can't stay in front of us. Just be strong when you go to the basket and make your plays. If you have to shoot or pass, just be strong with the ball and play off 2 feet.
And then how can the team maintain momentum after what you guys have created?
Just stay hungry. Keep wanting to get better each and every day. Take care of everybody. Day off tomorrow, take care of everybody. And just keep it pushing. Like, we know we want to be better. When it's by the MACC tournament and for the second half of the season, that's what we want to get to our peak. So we just have to keep getting better.
Thank you.
All right, fellas.
Just wondering, with that many fouls called in the game, how hard is it just to get into a flow either way?
It's tough, but I feel like we did a good job of just playing at a fast pace when we can, getting the ball out when they scored, or just getting a rebound and pushing it. So we found ways to make it not a half-court game and make it a running, fast-paced game. But there was a lot of stops, but I feel like it didn't matter as much because we executed in the half-court and we got stops when we needed it.
If you can talk about the bench with the foul trouble you
Yeah.
guys were in, the contributions they made.
I thought the bench was really, really good. Jalen in particular, scoring the ball is one thing that he does really well, but he had a couple of defensive rotations that I thought really helped us. Julius energy, Rico energy, Vaughn, physicality, and Chris came out there and flew around as well. So I thought, overall those guys all really contributed and helped us for sure.
And then talking about energy, when you play a weekday game at noon and you don't
Yeah.
have that many, how important was it for you guys to bring the energy like that where you're not going to really get it elsewhere?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us to learn, and I hope that we learned it from the non-Division I game that we played, is that, we have to be consistent with our effort and our competitiveness. And if we are, then you'll see games like this and hopefully continue to see games like this. If we're not, then, we can keep a team that really shouldn't be able to compete with us and let them, play toe-to-toe with us. We got out-rebounded by Baldwin Wallace in a game. So, I had to play Sin. We had to play Sin 35 minutes against Baldwin Wallace for us to win that game. So when we're on point, we can be really good, and when we're not, with all due respect to Baldwin Wallace, like that game, we beat these guys by more than them. They almost beat TCU. They had TCU beat. So we have to stay consistent with our effort and really our competitiveness and our togetherness. And when we do that, we can have a really good team, which, we've shown in the 2 games since that. We were fantastic against Portland. And, today's game, a difficult game in terms of how they play and style. And like you said, noon, very few people here, the whole deal. But if we play for each other, that really shouldn't matter.
And you talked a lot about in previous games free throws and rebounding, and tonight those were 2 of many categories that you led.
Yeah. Well, I knew we were a better free throw shooting team than what we had been. Tonight we had an opportunity to get there, a lot, and guys who were good free throw shooters and have been good free throw shooters, they made them consistently. This is more along the lines of what I think we can expect moving forward. Obviously that's a big number tonight, so that's great. And on the glass, similar. We've really worked and put an emphasis since getting out rebounded by Baldwin Wallace on making sure that we're putting bodies on bodies and that we're flying to the offensive glass, that we're physically blocking guys out on the defensive glass. And again, in the last 2 games, we've done a good job with that. Saturday will be another test. We'll have to continue to do that Saturday and moving forward. But that's what we needed to be, and that's what we were this afternoon.
And then when you see the team isn't maybe as consistent on offense, but you see that the defense is just always there consistently, how does that, maybe as the coaching staff, make you feel?
Yeah, well, we scored 94 points today, so we were pretty good on offense today, right? But to me, the defense is where it starts. So if we can defend at a high level, we get an opportunity to get out in transition. We get an opportunity to score today. Again, we shot the ball well from 3. Also, the only thing that we struggled with is turnovers, and some of that stuff we need to clean up. We were over-penetrating a little bit, which is where I think a lot of them came from. We had, I think, 5 or 6 charges where we should have given the ball up a little quicker. But we have a chance, if we can continue to grow from this and get better, we have a chance to have a good offensive and defensive team. I mean, good teams are good on both sides of the ball.
And then just as a coaching staff, what are the difficulties when you have 1 day off and you have 1 day to prepare?
Yeah, that's a great point. That's not easy, and playing at noon isn't easy. It's tough, but that's part of it. When you schedule these games, you're thinking, okay, in the conference tournament, you could play a noon game potentially if you're the number 1 seed. That first round game is at noon. So, okay, well, let's get ourselves an opportunity to play at noon. To have a 1 day turnaround, in the conference tournament, you have day after day. So, okay, how do you respond early in the year with a 1 day in between? So later in the year, we play back-to-back days when we go down to Texas. So all of those things, I think, help prepare you for when you're in league and you have these situations come up. Hopefully you can, look back to this game and talk about how we prepared and where we were for that game.
And then you have 5 players scored 10 or more points. Just what's it like when you see a lot of people contributing?
Yep, that's another really good point. We do have balance on the roster, right? Obviously, Sin is an elite scorer and player. Malik, similar. But Gio can really shoot the ball and score. Myron has shown, that he has the ability to do both. And tonight, I think 13 is his career high in rebounds. Not 100% sure, but I think so. Jalen is a really, really good scorer. To me, the biggest thing for him is all the other things he's doing. The rotation steal he had was something a year ago he would not have done. So we have more guys too. I mean, Vaughn can really score the ball. Claron also. So we have some different guys that if they're open, they can make shots and make plays that I think everybody on the roster has a lot of trust in.
And then just lastly, what was one thing today that impressed you from the game?
Yeah, I think the way we competed, I think, is what I would say, because it is tough turnaround. 1 day, noon start, coming off a really big win against Portland and how we played really hard in that game. To see us turn around quickly and be able to compete at a really high level, I thought everybody who stepped on the floor competed at a really high level, which was great to see. Awesome. Thank you.